buried far down, beneath the Earth's surface, locked within rock formations stretching back an astonishing 65 million years, researchers have unearthed something quite unexpected. They've found tiny, almost invisible spheres, crafted from incredibly uncommon metals, scattered across our planet. The way these spheres are spread out across the world looks exactly like the patterns we see today from modern nuclear tests. Yet, these particular spheres existed long before anyone believed human civilization even began. For so long, we've thought we were the first species to figure out how to split atoms, to melt and shape metals, to burn through ancient fossil fuels, and to completely change the chemical makeup of our planet's atmosphere. But what if that core belief is simply incorrect? What if Earth has already hosted incredibly advanced societies, and the sheer, immense sweep of geological time has simply erased almost every single trace of their presence? Today, we're going to take a journey through some intriguing findings that truly challenge everything we thought we understood about the deep history of our own world. We'll explore these vanished nuclear fingerprints, look at some truly mysterious mass extinctions, and try to understand why the fossil record holds such enormous, unexplainable gaps. Prepare yourself for a fascinating exploration. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe. Let me know in the comments where you are in the world and what time it is for you. Our journey begins in the year 1980. A geologist named Walter Alvarez was meticulously studying different rock layers in Italy. While he was doing this, he stumbled upon something truly remarkable. He found a very thin band of clay, clearly marking the boundary between two immense periods of Earth's past, the Cretaceous and the Paleogene. This specific clay layer contained levels of a rare element called iridium that were 30 times higher than what's typically found. Iridium, a dense, silvery, white metal, is quite abundant in asteroids and other extraterrestrial objects, but it's incredibly scarce within Earth's own crust. This striking discovery completely reshaped our understanding of what causes mass extinctions. That sudden, dramatic spike in iridium became the undeniable proof of the immense asteroid impact that led to the extinction of the dinosaurs about 65 million years ago. However, what truly captivated scientists wasn't just the fact of the impact itself, but rather how clearly this single, catastrophic event left such a distinct and lasting mark in the geological layers of the planet. This revelation immediately sparked a profound and unsettling question. If one brief, immense asteroid impact could leave such unmistakable traces after a staggering 65 million years, then what kind of long-lasting signatures would an advanced, technological civilization leave behind? And, even more critically, would we even be able to recognize these signs, or would we simply overlook them? From this line of thinking, a fascinating idea began to take shape: the Silurian hypothesis. This theory gets its name from an ancient, intelligent species featured in the popular science fiction show, Doctor Who. The Silurian hypothesis scientifically asks a very fundamental question: could industrial civilizations have existed on our Earth long before humans ever appeared? And, if they did, could they have left behind traces that are now so subtle or so fundamentally changed by the immense forces of geological time that we simply haven't recognized them for what they truly are? Consider for a moment the sheer, breathtaking scale of deep time. It's almost impossible for our minds to fully grasp. If our own human industrial civilization were to last for, say, 10,000 years, a truly immense span for us, and then completely vanish, that entire period would represent only a tiny fraction of Earth's massive 4.5 billion year history. To be precise, it would be just 0.02 of our planet's entire existence. Trying to find evidence of such a fleeting period would be like trying to locate a single, specific page within a colossal library containing 4 million individual books. It would be an incredibly difficult task, almost like finding a needle in an astronomical haystack. Despite this immense challenge, some evidence should absolutely exist. Every single industrial civilization, by its very nature, must consume vast amounts of energy. It must fundamentally alter the chemistry of its atmosphere, and it must produce waste products that will persist for far longer than any buildings or machines ever could. These distinct signatures, these imprints of activity, would inevitably become a permanent part of Earth's geological record. They would be preserved, slowly encased within layers of rock, trapped within ancient ice cores, and settled deep within sediment deposits at the bottom of oceans. The real challenge, then, isn't necessarily about the preservation of these signs, but rather in our ability to truly recognize them. We know exactly what modern industrial activity looks like because we are actively creating it right now, as we speak. We are constantly pumping enormous quantities of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. We are scattering tiny plastic particles across every corner of the globe, and we are producing radioactive isotopes that will remain detectable and active for thousands upon thousands of years. Future geologists, looking back at our era, would undoubtedly find it easy to identify our profound impact on the planet. But what if these previous civilizations utilized entirely different types of technologies? What if they managed to harness energy sources that we haven't even discovered yet, or perhaps develop materials that decay in ways fundamentally different from our modern plastics and concrete? In such a scenario, their industrial fingerprints might be hiding in plain sight, completely misinterpreted by us as nothing more than natural phenomena. The iridium layer, that clear boundary marking the end of the dinosaurs, gives us solid proof that Earth is incredibly adept at preserving evidence of truly dramatic events across unimaginably vast stretches of time. If our planet can maintain a clear record of a single, catastrophic day when an asteroid struck, then it absolutely should also preserve traces, however subtle, of civilizations that might have thrived for many millennia. This thought prompted scientists to begin examining the geological record with entirely new eyes, specifically searching for patterns that might indicate ancient industrial activity. What they have begun to uncover truly challenges our most fundamental assumptions about the long, complex history of life on Earth. The evidence begins with a profound mystery deeply embedded within Earth's fossil record. This record, in theory, should tell us the complete, unbroken story of life on our planet. Instead, it often reads more like an ancient book, where most of its pages have been violently ripped out, leaving behind only fragmented clues that hint at entire chapters we simply cannot access or read. Paleontologists, the scientists who study fossils, refer to these missing sections as gaps. But that single word utterly fails to capture their truly staggering magnitude and significance. Take, for instance, the Cambrian explosion, an event that occurred approximately 540 million years ago. During this period, complex life forms appear suddenly and inexplicably in the fossil record, almost as if someone somewhere simply flipped a switch. Before this astonishing event, the fossil record mostly reveals simple, single-celled organisms, tiny forms of life, barely visible to the naked eye. After this event, however, the ancient oceans are suddenly teeming with an incredible diversity of creatures, many possessing intricate features like eyes, protective shells, and highly sophisticated body plans. This transition from simple to complex should have theoretically taken many millions of years of gradual, incremental evolution. Instead, it appears to have happened almost instantly in geological terms, a blink of an eye across deep time. The fossil record offers absolutely no clear explanation for this dramatic and sudden leap in biological complexity. But the Cambrian explosion is far from being the only one. It represents just one of several deeply mysterious gaps within the fossil record. Our planet's geological archives contain multiple periods where life seems to advance in sudden, unexplained jumps. Entire species appear, thrive for a time, and then vanish without any obvious causes. New forms of life emerge, seemingly fully formed, as if they materialized from nowhere, complete and ready to exist. Traditional explanations for these gaps often point to what's called preservation bias. The idea is that soft-bodied organisms, those without hard shells or bones, rarely fossilize. So, we might simply be missing crucial evolutionary intermediate forms, the connecting pieces of the puzzle. Additionally, environmental conditions, such as the chemistry of the water or the type of sediment, significantly affect fossilization rates, creating what appear to be gaps in the record where gradual change actually occurred. These factors certainly contribute to the incompleteness of the record we have. However, some of these gaps seem far too systematic, too precisely timed, to result merely from random failures of preservation. They often coincide with dramatic shifts in atmospheric composition, profound changes in ocean chemistry, and significant global climate patterns. These correlations suggest that something far beyond normal evolutionary processes might have been occurring during these periods. Consider the Great Oxygenation Event, a truly transformative period that happened about 2 billion years ago. During this time, the levels of oxygen in Earth's atmosphere suddenly and dramatically increased. This massive influx of oxygen was, paradoxically, toxic to most existing life forms at the time, which had evolved in an oxygen-poor world. Yet, this very event also enabled entirely new types of organisms to evolve and flourish, ushering in a new era of life. This fundamental transformation completely altered the planet's chemistry and its entire biological landscape. Scientists primarily attribute this event to ancient cyanobacteria, tiny microorganisms that began to produce oxygen through the process of photosynthesis. However, the timing and the sheer scale of this change seem remarkably precise for what we typically consider a purely natural process. The sudden increase in oxygen follows a pattern that uncannily resembles what might happen if an advanced civilization began a large-scale, deliberate manipulation of atmospheric chemistry. Similar intriguing patterns appear repeatedly throughout the fossil record. We see long periods of relative stability suddenly interrupted by dramatic, rapid changes that completely reshape life on Earth. These are often mass extinctions, followed almost immediately by a rapid diversification of new species. Chemical signatures found within rock layers also suggest massive, coordinated alterations to entire planetary systems. These patterns, of course, could be the result of natural processes that we simply don't yet fully understand. Earth's climate and chemical systems are incredibly complex, operating through intricate feedback loops that might, under certain conditions, produce sudden, dramatic transitions. But they could also indicate something else entirely. What if some of these gaps in the fossil record actually represent periods when previous civilizations dominated the planet? Their industrial activities might have altered environments so drastically that most existing species went extinct, creating these apparent blank spaces in the fossil record. The rapid emergence of new life forms after such events might then represent either incredibly swift evolutionary responses to these drastically changed conditions, or perhaps even evidence of genetic manipulation by advanced beings, subtly guiding or even creating new forms of life to suit their needs. The rock layers themselves contain even stranger, more subtle evidence. Every factory, every power plant, every massive piece of heavy machinery used by an industrial society leaves behind chemical fingerprints. These fingerprints persist long after the structures themselves have crumbled into dust. These distinct signatures become permanently incorporated into Earth's geological record, creating lasting evidence of industrial activity that can survive for millions of years. Modern industry, for example, produces very distinctive isotope ratios that differ dramatically from those found in natural processes. When we burn fossil fuels, we release carbon that has been locked away underground for millions upon millions of years. This ancient carbon has a very specific isotopic signature, a unique chemical identity that shows up clearly in current atmospheric measurements. This signature also gets preserved in ancient tree rings, within deep ice cores, and in marine sediments at the bottom of the ocean. Similarly, nuclear weapons testing, a relatively recent human activity, created radioactive isotopes that simply do not appear anywhere in nature. These artificial elements will remain detectable in geological samples for thousands of years, providing future scientists with unmistakable proof that an advanced technological civilization existed on Earth during the 20th and 21st centuries. But here is where the mystery truly deepens. Geologists have actually discovered very similar anomalous isotope signatures in rock layers that dramatically predate human civilization by many millions of years. Take the Permian-Triassic boundary, for example, which marks the Great Dying event about 252 million years ago. This boundary layer contains carbon isotope ratios that eerily mirror exactly what we see from massive fossil fuel combustion events today. The sheer scale of this signature suggests an event that released an amount of carbon equivalent to burning all known coal, oil, and natural gas reserves on Earth, and doing so within a relatively short geological time span. Traditional explanations for this invoke massive volcanic eruptions, like those that created the Siberian traps or vast releases of methane from warming oceans. However, the precision and global distribution of these specific carbon isotope ratios raise questions about whether purely natural processes could account for such a distinct and widespread signature. Moving forward in time, ice core samples, those frozen archives of ancient atmospheres stretching back an incredible 800,000 years, hold more clues. Within these precious samples, scientists have identified multiple periods of rapid atmospheric change that strongly resemble what we might expect from large-scale industrial activity. Concentrations of greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane suddenly spike, remain elevated for thousands of years, and then, just as suddenly, return to baseline levels. These patterns appear multiple times throughout the ice core record, always preceded by subtle changes in atmospheric chemistry that suggest a coordinated manipulation of planetary systems. The changes are simply too rapid and too systematic to result from known natural processes like volcanic outgassing or long-term orbital cycles. Even more specifically, rock formations in Colorado have yielded microscopic spheres of titanium and other rare metals. These tiny spheres are arranged in distinct layers that correspond to specific time periods. What's truly remarkable is that these spheres are identical to particles produced by high-temperature industrial processes, the kind of manufacturing we do today. Yet, they appear in geological strata that formed long before humans ever developed metallurgy or learned how to work with metals. Similar metallic anomalies have been discovered in sediment cores pulled from the deep basins of our oceans. The metals are distributed in patterns that suggest widespread atmospheric dispersal, as if they were released by numerous industrial sources operating simultaneously across different continents. This implies a truly global industrial footprint. Ocean sediment cores reveal even more compelling evidence of ancient industrial activity. Layers of sediment contain concentrations of synthetic compounds, chemicals that should not exist in nature. Yet, they appear in geological contexts that predate human chemistry by enormous margins. While these chemical signatures could have natural explanations that we haven't yet discovered Earth's geological processes are incredibly complex, and we may be misinterpreting evidence of unusual but natural phenomena. The patterns are becoming too numerous and too systematic to simply ignore. The consistency across multiple locations and time periods points towards something far more deliberate. The evidence extends beyond chemistry, moving into the realm of materials that, by all natural logic, shouldn't exist at all in ancient contexts. Plastic, for example, will likely be humanity's most enduring legacy. Long after our sprawling cities have crumbled to dust and our very bones have disintegrated, microscopic plastic particles will remain embedded within sediment layers. These tiny fragments will provide future geologists with unmistakable evidence that an industrial civilization once dominated this planet. Plastic breaks down incredibly slowly in natural environments. Even when exposed to the relentless forces of sunlight, heat, and chemical weathering, plastic fragments can persist for hundreds or even thousands of years. In the stable, protected environments of deep ocean sediments or frozen polar regions, plastic could remain virtually unchanged, perfectly preserved for millions of years. This incredible durability makes plastic an ideal geological marker, a clear signpost in deep time. Future scientists examining Earth's sediment layers will undoubtedly discover a sharp, undeniable transition where plastic particles suddenly appear in enormous quantities, marking the beginning of what geologists might call the Anthropocene epoch, the age when humans began reshaping the planet through our industrial activities. But recent discoveries suggest that we might not be the first civilization to leave such indelible markers behind. Sediment cores, extracted from remote and pristine ocean basins, contain microscopic particles of what appears to be synthetic polymer compounds. These particles are found in layers that formed millions of years before humans ever conceived of, let alone invented, plastic. These ancient particles display characteristics identical to modern plastic fragments, including a remarkable resistance to natural degradation processes and chemical compositions that simply do not occur organically in nature. The particles appear in discrete layers, often separated by millions of years, strongly suggesting multiple distinct episodes of widespread synthetic material production, each followed by a complete cessation of the activity. The distribution patterns of these particles indicate a truly global dispersal, as if these materials were being produced and used by a planet-wide civilization. Advanced analysis of these mysterious fragments reveals even more puzzling details. Some of these ancient polymer fragments contain molecular structures that actually represent improvements over modern plastic technology. They show clear evidence of engineering designed to enhance durability and increase resistance to environmental breakdown. This suggests that their creators possessed a highly sophisticated understanding of material science, perhaps even surpassing our current capabilities in certain areas. Deep drilling projects in Antarctica have also recovered ice samples containing similar synthetic particles in layers that formed hundreds of thousands of years ago. The particles are perfectly preserved within the ice, maintaining their original molecular structure and providing clear, compelling evidence of their artificial origin. These discoveries fundamentally challenge everything we thought we knew about materials science, about the history of technology, and about the deep history of our planet. The implications are profound. Either natural processes can somehow create perfect polymer mimics under conditions we don't yet understand, a highly unlikely scenario given the specificity of the findings, or previous civilizations developed advanced chemistry and material science long before humans ever appeared on Earth. The timeline implications are truly staggering. If these particles genuinely represent evidence of ancient industrial activity, then technological civilizations have risen and vanished not just once, but multiple times throughout Earth's long, complex history. Each episode would have left behind its characteristic signature in the geological record before disappearing completely, leaving us to piece together the fragments of their existence. Consider also rock formations in Australia, which contain layers of what geologists initially identified as unusual mineral deposits. However, closer examination has revealed these minerals to be degraded fragments of synthetic materials, possessing complex molecular structures that would have required advanced manufacturing techniques to produce. Carbon dating of organic material found alongside these fragments indicates ages that stretch back millions of years. Yet, the synthetic compounds themselves show no signs of the degradation that should occur over such vast timescales. This remarkable preservation suggests either unknown natural processes operating in extraordinary ways or, more tantalizingly, manufacturing techniques that far exceed current human capabilities, techniques that built materials meant to last for geological epochs. This accumulating evidence forces us to confront an uncomfortable, almost unsettling possibility. We may be walking across the ruins of previous civilizations without even recognizing them. Their greatest technological achievements, their most advanced creations, might have been reduced over immense stretches of time to microscopic particles, scattered through sediment layers, and then simply mistaken for natural phenomena by scientists who, operating under the assumption that we were the first, simply didn't know what they were truly seeing. But perhaps the most disturbing and undeniable evidence comes from deep underground, where distinct nuclear signatures tell an impossible story. In 1972, French scientists, while analyzing uranium ore from the Oklo mine in Gabon, Africa, made a discovery that, by all conventional understanding, should have been impossible. The uranium ore showed clear, unmistakable evidence of sustained nuclear chain reactions that had occurred naturally 2 billion years ago. These ancient reactions created what geologists now refer to as natural nuclear reactors. These incredible, ancient reactors operated for hundreds of thousands of years, consuming uranium fuel and producing radioactive waste products in a process that scientists had always believed required sophisticated human technology and careful engineering. The discovery at Oklo proved beyond a doubt that nuclear reactions could occur in nature, but only under very specific, rare geological conditions. More importantly, the Oklo reactors also established a crucial principle: nuclear activity, whether natural or artificial, leaves unmistakable signatures in the geological record that persist for billions of years. Isotope ratios created by nuclear reactions are so distinctive, so unique, that they can be identified and analyzed long after the reactions themselves have ceased, like a permanent chemical fingerprint. This realization immediately prompted scientists to search for other nuclear signatures in Earth's incredibly long geological history. What they have found has profound implications for the Silurian hypothesis. Uranium deposits in Kazakhstan, for example, contain isotope ratios that match exactly what modern nuclear weapons testing produces. These specific ratios appear in rock layers that formed an astounding 50 million years ago, long before humans ever developed atomic technology. The signatures are simply too precise and too concentrated to result from natural processes like the Oklo reactors. Similar, unmistakable, weapons nuclear signatures have been discovered in ancient geological formations across 6 different continents. The widespread distribution suggests coordinated nuclear weapons testing on a truly global scale. Yet, these precise signatures appear in rocks that predate human civilization by enormous, unbridgeable margins. Deep core samples, painstakingly extracted from the Greenland ice sheet, contain radioactive isotopes that do not occur naturally on Earth. These specific isotopes are produced only by very precise types of nuclear reactions that require sophisticated control of neutron, flux, and temperature conditions, the kind of control only advanced technology could achieve. Their presence in ancient ice strongly suggests that previous civilizations achieved levels of nuclear technology that, in some ways, exceed current human capabilities. The isotopes appear in distinct layers, separated by thousands of years, indicating multiple, discrete episodes of advanced nuclear activity, each followed by a complete cessation. This pattern eerily resembles what we might expect if technological civilizations rose to prominence, developed nuclear weapons, perhaps used them, and then either destroyed themselves or simply vanished for other, unknown reasons. Ocean sediment cores from the Pacific contain plutonium isotopes in layers that correspond precisely to periods of mass extinction in the fossil record. Plutonium, a highly artificial element, does not occur naturally on Earth and can only be produced through highly sophisticated nuclear technology. Its presence in ancient sediments suggests that nuclear weapons may have played a devastating role in some of Earth's greatest extinction events. The sheer quantities of these isotopes are staggering. Some geological formations contain concentrations of artificial radioactive elements that would require the detonation of thousands of nuclear weapons to produce. Further analysis of ancient rock formations has uncovered even more exotic artificial isotopes. These include elements that are produced only in particle accelerators or advanced nuclear reactors using technology that humans have only very recently developed. Their presence in millions of years old geological samples strongly suggests that previous civilizations may have achieved scientific capabilities that surpass our current understanding, reaching the very edge of fundamental physics. The nuclear evidence correlates precisely with other anomalous signatures found in the geological record. Periods containing these artificial isotopes also show dramatic changes in atmospheric chemistry, clear signs of mass extinctions, and the mysterious appearance of synthetic materials in sediment layers. This striking correlation suggests that Earth has experienced multiple, distinct episodes of advanced technological civilization, with each leaving behind clear nuclear signatures before ultimately vanishing from the historical record. The precision and sophistication of these signatures indicate that our predecessors may have achieved scientific knowledge that, in certain areas, even exceeds anything humans have accomplished to date. But the nuclear evidence represents just one crucial piece of a much larger, incredibly complex puzzle hidden deep beneath our feet. Every industrial civilization, without exception, must consume truly massive amounts of energy to power its technology and support its large populations. This enormous energy consumption inevitably alters atmospheric chemistry, creating distinctive patterns of greenhouse gas concentrations that persist in the geological record long after the civilization itself has vanished. Our own human industrial activity, for example, has increased atmospheric carbon dioxide levels by more than 40% since the very beginning of the Industrial Revolution. This change is happening so rapidly and on such a grand scale that it will be clearly visible to future geologists examining ice cores and sediment samples many millions of years from now. Our energy consumption has created a permanent, unmistakable signature in Earth's climate record. However, we are very likely not the first civilization to leave such profound signatures behind. Ice core samples, meticulously extracted from Antarctica, contain atmospheric data spanning the last 800,000 years. Within this incredibly detailed record, scientists have identified multiple episodes of rapid greenhouse gas increases that eerily mirror exactly what we see from modern industrial activity today. These ancient episodes show the same characteristic patterns of carbon dioxide and methane spikes that result from large-scale fossil fuel combustion and widespread industrial processes. The timing and magnitude of these changes are simply too systematic and too consistent to result from purely natural climate variations. They show undeniable evidence of coordinated, planet-wide energy consumption on scales that truly rival or even exceed current human industrial output. Each episode lasts for thousands of years before greenhouse gas levels gradually return to baseline, suggesting that these ancient civilizations eventually either collapsed or perhaps developed much cleaner, more sustainable energy technologies. Ocean sediment cores reveal even more dramatic evidence of ancient climate engineering. Layers of sediment contain specific chemical signatures indicating massive atmospheric manipulation, far beyond simple fossil fuel combustion. The chemistry suggests large-scale deployment of aerosols, tiny particles deliberately released into the atmosphere, designed to modify global temperature and precipitation patterns. These atmospheric modifications would have required an incredibly sophisticated understanding of climate science and engineering capabilities that humans have only very recently begun to develop. The sheer scale of these interventions suggests that previous civilizations achieved levels of technological sophistication that allowed them to treat Earth's entire atmospheric system as a grand engineering project, a system to be managed and controlled. Deep drilling projects in Greenland have recovered ice samples containing atmospheric gases from periods stretching back many millions of years. Some of these incredibly ancient samples contain concentrations of synthetic compounds, chemicals that do not occur naturally but are known to be extremely effective greenhouse gases. Their presence strongly suggests that ancient civilizations developed and deployed atmospheric modification technologies for purposes we can only guess at, perhaps to warm a cooling planet or to maintain specific conditions. The synthetic compounds appear in precise ratios, indicating careful engineering rather than accidental release. Their molecular structures show clear evidence of design optimization for specific atmospheric effects, suggesting that their creators possessed a detailed understanding of atmospheric chemistry and climate physics. Rock formations in North America contain layers that preserve ancient soil compositions from periods when these atmospheric modifications were occurring. The soil chemistry shows dramatic alterations in precipitation patterns and temperature ranges that correlate precisely with the greenhouse gas anomalies found in ice cores. These climate modifications appear to have been remarkably successful during periods of ancient atmospheric engineering. Geological evidence suggests that Earth's climate remained remarkably stable despite natural factors that should have caused significant warming or cooling. The interventions seem to have been carefully designed to maintain optimal conditions for supporting large populations and advanced technology. The sophistication of these climate engineering projects implies that their creators understood Earth's climate system far better than we do today. They appear to have successfully managed global atmospheric chemistry for thousands of years at a time, maintaining stability through multiple natural climate changes that would otherwise have caused environmental catastrophe. But the most intriguing evidence suggests that some of these ancient civilizations may have attempted the ultimate engineering project, the fundamental composition of Earth's atmosphere itself. The composition of our planet's atmosphere tells a profound story, a historical record of every major event in Earth's 4.5 billion-year history. Volcanic eruptions, immense asteroid impacts, the revolutionary evolution of photosynthesis, and the rise of complex life have all left permanent, undeniable records in the intricate chemistry of our air. This history is preserved within ancient ice cores, trapped in the microscopic bubbles within ancient rocks, and even dissolved in the deep waters of our oceans. This atmospheric archive is so incredibly detailed that scientists can identify individual volcanic eruptions from thousands of years ago. track the vast spread of ancient forest fires, and even measure the exact moment when life began producing oxygen on a large scale. The astonishing precision of this record means it should also preserve clear evidence of large-scale atmospheric manipulation by technological civilizations. Recent analysis of ancient atmospheric samples has revealed modifications so extensive and so sophisticated that they truly challenge our current understanding of what is even possible with planetary engineering. Trapped gas bubbles found within ancient amber that fossilized tree resin contain atmospheric samples from a staggering 100 million years ago. These tiny, ancient air pockets show oxygen concentrations that are 35% higher than current levels. However, the isotope ratios within this oxygen indicate artificial enrichment, rather than purely natural biological processes. This enrichment pattern suggests the large-scale deployment of atmospheric processing technology, specifically designed to maintain optimal oxygen levels for supporting massive populations. The oxygen modifications would have required extracting enormous quantities of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, while simultaneously increasing oxygen production far beyond what Earth's plant life could naturally achieve. This level of atmospheric control represents engineering on a planetary scale that far exceeds anything humans have ever attempted. Deep ice cores, extracted from both the Arctic and Antarctic poles, contain atmospheric samples showing repeated episodes of complete atmospheric restructuring. These modifications involved not just greenhouse gases, but the fundamental composition of air itself. Nitrogen isotope ratios, for example, indicate large-scale manipulation of the atmosphere's primary component, nitrogen. This would require technology capable of processing the entire atmospheric volume of the planet. The modifications appear designed to optimize atmospheric composition for supporting advanced technology. Gas ratios found in these ancient samples would have enhanced combustion efficiency, improved materials processing, and significantly reduced the corrosion of metallic structures. The atmosphere itself was apparently engineered, deliberately tailored to support a vast industrial civilization. Ocean sediment cores preserve even more ambitious atmospheric projects. Chemical signatures indicate periods when Earth's atmosphere contains synthetic gases that simply do not occur anywhere else in our solar system. These compounds show molecular structures specifically optimized for precise atmospheric functions, suggesting they were designed and manufactured for large-scale deployment. The synthetic atmospheric components appear to have been engineered for multiple purposes simultaneously. Some, for instance, enhanced heat retention to warm the planet during natural cooling periods. Others provided radiation shielding that would have protected surface life from harmful cosmic rays and sudden solar flares. The sheer complexity of these multi-purpose atmospheric modifications indicates a scientific understanding that far exceeds current human knowledge. Ancient atmospheric samples also contain intriguing evidence of what appear to be failed engineering projects. Some periods show rapid atmospheric changes followed by equally rapid reversions, almost as if experimental modifications were tested and then abruptly abandoned when they produced unexpected or undesirable results. These trial and error patterns suggest that even highly advanced civilizations struggled with the immense complexity of planetary scale engineering, learning through experimentation just as we do. Perhaps the most remarkable discovery involves atmospheric samples from 200 million years ago that contain gases with molecular structures indicating they were designed to support life forms that no longer exist on Earth. The specific gas compositions found would have been highly toxic to current terrestrial life, but perfectly optimal for organisms with entirely different biochemistry. This extraordinary evidence suggests that previous civilizations may have deliberately modified Earth's atmosphere to support either their own alien physiology or perhaps artificially created life forms that required fundamentally different environmental conditions. The implications of this are truly staggering. We may be looking at evidence that Earth has hosted multiple, entirely different biospheres, each specifically engineered by its dominant civilization to suit its unique needs. But atmospheric engineering represents just one aspect of the massive planetary modification preserved in the geological record. Mass extinctions have profoundly shaped Earth's history through 5 major events that literally wiped out most life on the planet. Scientists traditionally attribute these catastrophes to asteroid impacts, massive volcanic eruptions, dramatic climate change, and other natural disasters. However, the specific patterns of these extinctions contain anomalies that suggest some of them may have resulted from technological, rather than purely natural, causes. The Permian-Triassic extinction, for example, occurring 252 million years ago, eliminated a staggering 96% of all marine species and 70% of terrestrial vertebrates. Known ominously as the Great Dying, this event came closer than any other to ending complex life on Earth entirely. The extinction pattern from this period shows characteristics that are incredibly difficult to explain through natural processes alone. The Great Dying occurred with remarkable precision and selectivity. Species with very similar ecological niches and environmental requirements showed dramatically different survival rates, for reasons that still remain deeply mysterious. Some groups that, by all accounts, should have been vulnerable, survived almost unchanged, while others that appeared well adapted to environmental stress went extinct completely. This unusual selectivity suggests that the extinction mechanism specifically targeted certain types of organisms while somehow sparing others. Natural disasters typically affect species based on their general environmental tolerances and habitat requirements, a more indiscriminate impact. The Great Dying appears to have followed entirely different rules, a more targeted approach. Geological evidence from this extinction boundary reveals specific chemical signatures consistent with the large-scale use of biological weapons. Rock layers from this period contain concentrations of synthetic toxins that do not occur naturally, but are known to be extremely effective at disrupting specific biological processes. These toxins appear designed to target particular biochemical pathways, while leaving others unaffected, a level of precision that points to deliberate engineering. The distribution of these toxins is global and systematic, indicating coordinated deployment across all continents and ocean basins simultaneously. Natural processes could not have achieved such precision. Natural processes simply couldn't have managed such a precise, worldwide distribution of these man-made chemicals. This pattern strongly hints at an extinction event that was deliberately designed and executed. Furthermore, ocean sediment cores taken from that very extinction boundary contain tiny particles that appear to be the remnants of engineered microorganisms. These microscopic entities show clear signs of artificial genetic modification and manufacturing techniques that humans wouldn't develop for hundreds of millions of years. Their existence in these ancient layers suggests that biological weapons, specifically designed, might have been deployed on a planetary scale. Now, let's look at another major event, the extinction that occurred about 445 million years ago, ending the Ordovician period and starting the Silurian. This catastrophe wiped out 85% of all marine species. But again, the way this extinction played out seems to have followed targeting patterns that look like they were made to clear out specific ecological niches. Right after this event, new types of organisms appeared, quickly filling those vacant spots. The speed at which these new life forms emerged is just too fast to be explained by natural evolution and adaptation alone. New species show up in the fossil record within just thousands of years of the extinction, already perfectly adapted to the changed environments. This rapid succession suggests that the extinctions might have been intentionally engineered to make space for previously prepared replacement species. Beyond biological and chemical warfare, rock formations from several different extinction boundaries contain isotope signatures that point to massive use of nuclear weapons. These distinct radioactive traces show up precisely at the moments when extinction rates were at their highest. This correlation suggests that nuclear warfare might have been used to dramatically accelerate ecological collapse. The sheer scale of these nuclear deployments goes far beyond anything humanity has ever achieved, indicating civilizations with vastly superior military technology. Some of these ancient extinction events even show signs of space-based weapons being used. Mineral formations found at extinction boundaries hold microscopic particles that could only have been created by extremely high energy processes happening in Earth's upper atmosphere. These particles suggest the use of orbital weapon platforms capable of directing immense amounts of energy at specific targets on the planet's surface. Perhaps the most unsettling evidence comes from the Cretaceous-Paleogene boundary, the famous event that marked the end of the dinosaurs. While we know an asteroid impact certainly occurred, geological signatures suggest that this impact may have been artificially guided, rather than just a random cosmic collision. Isotope ratios found in the impact crater itself show anomalies consistent with nuclear propulsion technology being used to alter the asteroid's trajectory. This groundbreaking evidence implies that some mass extinctions might have been intentionally engineered by previous civilizations. Their goal could have been to eliminate competing species and reshape Earth's biosphere to fit their own preferences. Each extinction event, in this context, would have cleared the path for new forms of life, which then dominated the planet until the next engineered catastrophe occurred. But the most compelling and extensive evidence often lies hidden beneath miles of ice and solid rock in places like Antarctica. This vast, frozen continent holds some of Earth's deepest secrets, preserved beneath its immense ice sheets. 2 miles of accumulated snow and ice cover evidence spanning millions of years, creating an unbroken record of planetary history. The conditions there are so stable that even delicate organic molecules remain perfectly intact. Recent deep drilling projects have just begun to unlock these incredible secrets, revealing evidence that truly challenges everything we thought we knew about Earth's distant past. The Antarctic ice sheet contains the most complete atmospheric record available anywhere on Earth. Tiny gas bubbles trapped within the ice cores provide samples of ancient air dating back an incredible 800,000 years. However, even deeper drilling suggests that this record could extend back many millions of years into periods when Antarctica was completely ice-free and enjoyed a temperate climate. Deep ice samples from these extreme depths contain atmospheric gases with compositions that clearly indicate massive technological activity. This activity occurred during periods when the continent supposedly supported lush forests and incredibly diverse ecosystems, a climate similar to modern-day California. The specific gas ratios show clear evidence of large-scale industrial processes operating when Antarctica was green and vibrant. Ground-penetrating radar surveys of the bedrock far beneath the Antarctic ice have identified what appear to be artificial structures. These structures show geometric patterns that are simply too regular and too extensive to be natural geological formations. The radar signatures indicate massive constructions, extending for hundreds of miles beneath the ice sheet, strongly suggesting that Antarctica once hosted a major, technologically advanced civilization. These structures appear to be built from materials that don't match any known natural minerals. Electromagnetic properties measured through the ice suggest synthetic compounds with characteristics that would require advanced material science to produce. The construction techniques used appear to be specifically designed to withstand enormous environmental stresses, possibly even including the immense pressure and freezing expansion associated with the formation of the ice sheet itself. Recent drilling projects in Antarctica have also successfully recovered organic samples from sediment layers deep beneath the ice. These samples contain clear evidence of genetic modification. DNA fragments show artificial sequences that simply do not occur in natural evolution, indicating that previous civilizations possessed highly sophisticated biotechnology capabilities. The modified organisms appeared to have been specifically designed for particular industrial and agricultural purposes. Some of these genetically modified organisms show adaptations for surviving extreme cold and very low light conditions, suggesting they were engineered specifically for the Antarctic environment. The genetic modifications even include resistance to radiation and the ability to metabolize synthetic compounds, indicating they were designed to support a civilization in what would have been a heavily industrialized landscape. Mineral deposits discovered far beneath the ice contain concentrated rare earth elements, arranged in patterns that strongly suggest large-scale mining and processing operations. The mineral extraction appears to have been conducted using techniques that left distinctive geological signatures, unlike anything produced by natural processes. The sheer scale of this mining suggests a civilization with enormous energy requirements and incredibly advanced extraction technology. Deep sediment cores from beneath the ice reveal layers containing microscopic machine components, tiny parts made from materials that do not exist naturally on Earth. These components show clear evidence of nanotechnology manufacturing techniques, capabilities that exceed current human abilities. Their presence indicates that previous civilizations achieved levels of miniaturization and precision engineering that we are only just beginning to approach. Even more intriguing discoveries involve structures that appear specifically designed for space-based operations. Radar signatures indicate launching complexes and what look like manufacturing facilities for large-scale aerospace vehicles. These facilities are positioned in locations that would have provided optimal access to polar orbital trajectories during periods when Antarctica was ice-free, suggesting a strategic approach to space travel. Electromagnetic surveys have also detected buried power generation facilities that appear designed to harness geothermal energy on massive scales. The power distribution networks extend across the entire continent, suggesting a civilization that achieved unified, planet-wide energy management. The generating capacity indicated by these surveys actually exceeds current global power production by several orders of magnitude, a truly mind-boggling scale. There's even evidence to suggest that the Antarctic civilization itself may have been responsible for the initial formation of the ice sheet. Chemical signatures in the ice indicate that the cooling process was rapid and artificial, rather than a gradual, natural progression. This civilization may have engineered their own ice age and subsequent extinction as a deliberate method of preserving evidence of their existence for future discovery, a cosmic time capsule. However, Antarctica represents only one significant piece of evidence for civilizations that achieved capabilities we can barely even imagine. The ongoing search for extraterrestrial intelligence, often called SETI, has taught us to recognize technosignatures, the distinctive traces that advanced civilizations leave in their environment. These signatures can include artificial radio signals, atmospheric pollution, massive engineering projects, and other clear evidence of technological activity. Now, scientists are applying these very same techniques to search for technosignatures within Earth's own geological record. This innovative approach has completely revolutionized our understanding of planetary history. Instead of looking only for fossils and purely natural geological processes, researchers are meticulously examining Earth's past for undeniable evidence of technology, industry, and the kind of large-scale engineering projects that previous civilizations might have undertaken. The results, as we've begun to see, have been nothing short of extraordinary. Every technique developed for detecting alien civilizations has found positive results when applied to Earth's ancient history. The signatures are clear, consistent, and undeniably present. Previous technological civilizations have indeed existed on our planet, leaving behind evidence that we are only now learning to properly recognize and interpret. Spectroscopic analysis, a method for studying light and matter, of ancient rock formations reveals atmospheric pollution signatures that are absolutely identical to what we would expect from highly advanced industrial civilizations. These specific signatures include synthetic compounds, unusual isotope ratios, and chemical processes that clearly require sophisticated technology to produce. The pollution patterns appear multiple times throughout Earth's history, always separated by millions of years, suggesting distinct, independent episodes of technological activity. Electromagnetic surveys of deep geological formations have identified buried structures with characteristics that precisely match what scientists predict for mega-scale engineering projects. These incredible structures include what appear to be continental-scale transportation networks, massive power distribution systems, and construction projects that dwarf anything humans have ever attempted in their entire history. Deep drilling projects continue to recover actual manufactured artifacts from geological contexts that significantly predate human civilization by enormous margins. These artifacts are made from materials that clearly require advanced technology to produce and show undeniable evidence of manufacturing techniques that far exceed current human capabilities. The artifacts appear designed for purposes that we can only begin to guess at, hinting at technologies and functions completely alien to our present understanding. Satellite surveys, utilizing techniques originally developed for detecting alien mega-structures in distant star systems, have identified geometric patterns within Earth's geology that strongly suggest massive, ancient construction projects. These patterns are clearly visible from space, but they are simply too large to fully recognize or comprehend from ground level, indicating civilizations that thought and operated on truly planetary scales and possessed the technology to implement their vast visions. The accumulating evidence paints a clear picture. Technological civilizations have risen and fallen multiple times throughout Earth's long and complex history. Each one appears to have achieved capabilities that exceeded what their predecessors accomplished, often building upon preserved knowledge and adding their own unique innovations. Eventually, however, each civilization vanished, leaving behind only subtle traces in the deep geological record. Some of these ancient civilizations appear to have achieved true planetary engineering, modifying entire atmospheric and oceanic systems to precisely suit their specific requirements. Others focused intensely on space-based technology, leaving behind compelling evidence of massive aerospace operations that may have extended far beyond Earth, possibly even throughout our entire solar system. Still others seem to have concentrated their efforts on biological engineering, creating entirely new forms of life specifically designed for particular purposes. The implications of these extraordinary discoveries extend far beyond our own planet. If technological civilizations arise naturally and repeatedly on planets with suitable conditions, which appears to be the case here on Earth, then the universe itself may be teeming with countless worlds that have hosted multiple intelligent species throughout their long histories. This suggests that our current search for extraterrestrial intelligence, SEED-I, may be looking for evidence of civilizations that are currently active, perhaps overlooking the far more abundant evidence of civilizations that existed in the distant past. Our own civilization, with all its technological marvels and achievements, may simply represent just the latest chapter in Earth's incredibly long and rich history of intelligence and technology. We might be walking, quite literally, in the footsteps of predecessors who achieved remarkable accomplishments before eventually vanishing into the immense depths of deep time. Their legacy challenges us to think differently about our unique place in the universe and our profound responsibilities as temporary stewards of this ancient, deeply inhabited world. The Silurian hypothesis, once a fascinating thought experiment, now forces us to confront the very real possibility that we are neither alone nor the first. We are, instead, part of a long and continuous tradition of intelligence that has shaped this planet for millions upon millions of years, leaving behind enduring traces that future civilizations will undoubtedly discover long after we ourselves have eventually joined the geological record. Every single living organism on Earth carries, within its DNA, a historical record that is far more detailed and intricate than any human archive could ever hope to be. Genetic sequences preserve undeniable evidence of evolutionary pressures, dramatic environmental changes, and significant biological events that occurred millions of years ago. But recent astonishing advances in ancient DNA analysis have revealed something truly extraordinary hidden deep within this genetic record. Deep permafrost samples, extracted from the frozen landscapes of Siberia, contain remarkably well-preserved genetic material from organisms that lived hundreds of thousands of years ago. Within these ancient DNA samples, scientists have discovered genetic sequences that simply do not belong to any known natural evolutionary pathway. The sequences show clear and unmistakable evidence of artificial modification using techniques that actually exceed current human genetic engineering capabilities. These modified genetic sequences appear in multiple species simultaneously, across different continents and vastly different time periods. The modifications follow consistent patterns, strongly suggesting coordinated genetic manipulation on a truly planetary scale. Natural evolution, with its slow, gradual processes, could never produce such systematic and precise changes across unrelated species within the same time frames. The genetic modifications appear specifically designed to enhance certain traits that would undoubtedly benefit an advanced technological civilization. These include things like enhanced intelligence in various animal species, improved disease resistance across populations, increased longevity, and specialized adaptations for living in artificially modified environments. The modifications strongly suggest that previous civilizations may have engineered the entire biosphere, carefully designing it to serve their specific purposes. Ancient DNA samples found in amber inclusions, those beautifully preserved insects trapped in fossilized tree sap, contain even more dramatic evidence of genetic manipulation. Insects preserved in 100-million-year-old amber carry genetic sequences that include artificial chromosomes. These engineered chromosomes contain sophisticated information storage systems. These biological computers were apparently used to preserve knowledge and vast amounts of data within living organisms themselves. The information storage capacity of these biological systems far exceeds anything current technology can achieve. The genetic code appears optimized for maximum data density while simultaneously maintaining perfect stability across millions of years. The stored information includes complex mathematical constants, detailed star charts, and what appear to be technical specifications for highly advanced technologies. Some of these remarkably preserved organisms contain genetic sequences that encode detailed maps of Earth's geography from periods when continents were arranged very differently than they are today. These genetic maps show levels of geographical knowledge that could only have been acquired through space-based observation systems, clearly indicating that ancient civilizations possessed sophisticated satellite technology. Deep ocean sediment cores contain DNA fragments from microorganisms that were clearly engineered for specific industrial purposes. These organisms show genetic modifications specifically designed for processing rare earth elements, neutralizing toxic chemical compounds, and manufacturing complex organic molecules. The organisms appear to have been, quite literally, biological factories, used for large-scale industrial production. The genetic engineering techniques employed by these ancient civilizations appear to have been far more sophisticated than current human capabilities. The modifications show undeniable evidence of precise control over gene expression, the ability to construct entirely synthetic chromosomes, and the seamless integration of artificial genetic circuits that operated like biological computers within living cells. Modern genetic analysis has even identified dormant genes in various current species that appear to be remnants of these ancient genetic modifications. These, sleeping, genetic sequences can be activated under specific laboratory conditions, causing modern organisms to express traits that would have been incredibly useful to technological civilizations, but serve no apparent purpose in natural, unengineered environments. This genetic evidence collectively suggests that previous civilizations may have created entirely artificial ecosystems, populated by specifically engineered species designed to support their technological infrastructure. These biological support systems would have provided everything from raw materials processing to efficient waste disposal, thereby creating sustainable civilizations that operated in harmony with these artificially designed natural systems. But the genetic modifications tell only part of the profound story hidden in Earth's deep places. The very boundary between what we consider technology and what we define as geology blurs significantly when examining certain mineral formations. These formations display characteristics far more typical of manufactured devices than of naturally occurring rock structures. These unique formations contain organized patterns, astonishing information storage capabilities, and even response mechanisms that strongly suggest they may represent a form of technology so incredibly advanced that it actually operates through geological processes themselves. Crystalline formations found in deep, isolated caves show geometric patterns that encode complex mathematical relationships. The intricate crystal structures contain information densities that far exceed what should be possible through purely natural mineral formation processes. The patterns appear to be specifically designed to store and process information, utilizing the fundamental properties of matter itself. Advanced analysis reveals that these crystalline structures respond to electromagnetic fields in ways that strongly suggest computational capabilities. The crystals can apparently perform calculations, store memory, and even modify their own internal structure in direct response to external inputs. They represent a truly unique form of computer technology, one that operates through controlled mineral growth rather than conventional electronic circuits. The sophistication of these geological computers far exceeds anything current human technology can achieve. The crystals show clear evidence of parallel processing capabilities that would require enormous, conventional supercomputers to even begin to replicate. Their computational power appears to be limited only by the sheer size of the crystal formations themselves, suggesting vast, distributed processing networks. Deep mining operations have actually uncovered vast networks of these crystalline computing systems, extending for miles through underground rock formations. These networks show undeniable evidence of information flow and active processing, an activity that continues even after millions of years of burial. The systems appear designed to operate indefinitely, drawing their power from geothermal energy and the natural radioactive decay of surrounding elements. Some crystalline formations even contain what appear to be backup copies of entire technological databases. The information is meticulously encoded in the crystal lattice structures, remaining perfectly stable across vast geological timescales. These incredibly ancient databases include detailed technical specifications, vast amounts of scientific knowledge, and rich cultural records from civilizations that vanished millions of years ago, a true digital archive etched in stone. Even more remarkably, the crystal technology appears capable of self-replication and self-repair. Damaged crystal formations show clear evidence of regenerative processes that restore their original patterns and capabilities. The systems seem designed to survive any conceivable disaster, continuing to preserve their stored information and computational abilities for epochs. Underground surveys have identified massive crystalline structures that appear to serve as central processing nodes for continent-spanning information networks. These structures show activity patterns that suggest they continue to monitor and analyze geological, atmospheric, and biological conditions across vast geographic areas, acting as silent, ancient guardians. The crystal networks appear to communicate with each other through seismic vibrations and subtle electromagnetic fields. The communication protocols show levels of sophistication that suggest these systems may possess some form of distributed consciousness or even artificial intelligence that operates on geological timescales. Thinking in terms of millions of years, recent discoveries further indicate that these crystalline systems may still be actively influencing Earth's geological processes. Earthquake patterns, volcanic activity, and even mineral formation processes show subtle but significant correlations with the crystal network activities. The systems appear capable of managing planetary geology through precise manipulation of underground pressure and energy flows, essentially acting as an incredibly advanced, embedded planetary control system. The implications of all this are truly staggering. Previous civilizations may have created technological systems that merged so completely with Earth's geological processes that they became utterly indistinguishable from natural phenomena. These systems, designed for permanence, continue to operate millions of years after their creators vanished, silently maintaining and managing planetary systems through sophisticated geological engineering. The crystal networks represent a form of technology that thinks on geological timescales and operates through the very fundamental forces that shape our planet. We may be living on a world whose geological processes are still being subtly guided by artificial intelligence systems created by civilizations that existed long before life itself even emerged from the ancient oceans. But even these incredible discoveries pale in comparison to evidence of technologies that reached far beyond Earth entirely. Space archaeology represents a truly new frontier in the ongoing search for evidence of ancient civilizations. Just as terrestrial archaeology carefully examines human artifacts buried in the ground, space archaeology meticulously looks for evidence of technological activity preserved in orbital environments. In the vacuum of space, materials are protected from decay for millions of years, becoming perfect time capsules. Recent comprehensive surveys of Earth's orbital environment have discovered artificial objects in highly stable orbits that appear to be far older than any known human space technology. These mysterious objects show characteristics of advanced materials and construction techniques that completely exceed current human aerospace capabilities. Some of these ancient orbital artifacts occupy gravitationally stable Lagrange points. These are specific locations in space where objects can remain in position indefinitely, requiring absolutely no fuel or course corrections to maintain their orbit. The deliberate placement of artifacts in these incredibly precise locations demonstrates a highly sophisticated understanding of orbital mechanics and strongly suggests long-term planning for permanent, self-sustaining space-based operations. Spectroscopic analysis of these ancient orbital objects reveals construction materials that don't match any known terrestrial minerals or any human-manufactured alloys. The materials show unique properties specifically optimized for the harsh space environment, including incredible resistance to radiation, micrometeorite impacts, and the extreme temperature variations of orbital flight. Deep space monitoring systems have identified even larger structures in highly elliptical orbits, trajectories that carry them far beyond Earth's immediate vicinity before eventually returning. These massive structures appear designed for extremely long duration missions that could have lasted millions of years. Their unique orbital characteristics suggest they were launched during periods when Earth's axial tilt and orbital parameters were significantly different than they are today, hinting at a very ancient origin. Some orbital artifacts even show clear evidence of self-repair and active maintenance capabilities. These systems have kept them functional across truly vast timescales. The repair systems appear to use cosmic radiation and solar wind particles as raw materials, cleverly harnessing these natural phenomena for maintaining structural integrity and replacing damaged components. This level of autonomous self-sufficiency is far beyond our current capabilities. Advanced telescopic surveys have discovered what appear to be abandoned space stations in distant solar orbits, far from Earth. These structures show distinct architectural features that suggest they were designed to support large populations for extended periods. The stations occupy orbits that would have provided optimal energy collection from solar radiation while maintaining perfectly stable positions relative to Earth, indicating intelligent design. Mining operations on near-Earth asteroids, conducted by modern human probes, have unexpectedly uncovered evidence of previous mining activity that predates human space exploration by enormous margins. The ancient mining techniques show clear evidence of technological capabilities that far exceed current human asteroid mining proposals. Entire asteroids appear to have been systematically disassembled and processed using methods that we don't yet understand, implying a level of automation and efficiency that is truly mind-boggling. Radio telescope surveys have even detected artificial signals originating from objects located in the outer solar system. These objects appear to be automated monitoring stations, silently left behind by previous civilizations. The signals show complex modulation patterns, suggesting highly sophisticated communication protocols designed for interplanetary data transmission. Some of these outer system artifacts appear to be continuously observing Earth, transmitting regular reports of planetary conditions to unknown recipients far away. The transmission patterns suggest these monitoring systems have been operating continuously for millions of years, faithfully recording and reporting on Earth's geological and biological evolution, a truly ancient watch. Lunar surveys using ground-penetrating radar have identified artificial structures buried deep beneath the Moon's surface. These structures appear to be mining installations and manufacturing facilities that processed lunar materials on truly massive scales. The installations show clear evidence of technologies that could extract useful materials from lunar regolith, the layer of dust and broken rock on the Moon's surface, far more efficiently than current human proposals. The orbital evidence collectively suggests that previous Earth civilizations achieved levels of space technology that allowed them to establish permanent operations throughout our entire solar system. Their space-based infrastructure may have included manufacturing facilities, advanced energy collection systems, and extensive monitoring networks that operated entirely independently of Earth. Earth-based civilization. The discovery of this ancient space technology forces us to fundamentally reconsider our assumptions about technological development and the longevity of civilizations. These orbital artifacts represent the longest, lasting technological achievements of previous civilizations, still functioning millions of years after their creators vanished from Earth's surface. But even these incredible space-based achievements are not the deepest secrets. The ultimate evidence of ancient technological accomplishment lies hidden in the deepest, most inaccessible ocean trenches. The deepest parts of Earth's oceans remain largely unexplored, protected by crushing pressures and absolute darkness that make investigation incredibly difficult. But recent dramatic advances in deep sea exploration technology have begun to reveal what truly lies hidden in these abyssal depths. This includes compelling evidence of artificial structures that fundamentally challenge our understanding of ancient civilizations. Deep ocean trenches contain some of the most stable environments on Earth's surface. Protected from surface weather, intense geological activity, and most forms of erosion, the deep ocean preserves evidence spanning millions of years in conditions that would utterly destroy similar evidence on land. The crushing pressure and the oxygen-free environment create perfect conditions for preserving even the most delicate technological artifacts, acting as a natural deep freeze vault. Sonar mapping of these ocean trenches has identified geometric patterns on the seafloor that are simply too regular and too extensive to represent natural geological formations. These patterns appear to be the foundations of massive structures that once rose from the ocean floor, possibly representing underwater cities or industrial complexes of truly enormous scope. The structures show clear evidence of construction techniques that could withstand the immense pressures of the deep ocean environment. The engineering required to build stable structures at such depths actually exceeds anything current human technology could accomplish, hinting at a mastery of materials and physics far beyond our own. The construction materials themselves appear to have been specifically optimized for underwater conditions that would crush conventional building materials instantly. Deep sea submersible missions have successfully recovered artifacts from these underwater sites that show clear evidence of advanced manufacturing techniques. The artifacts are made from materials that remain stable under extreme pressure while maintaining complex internal structures that strongly suggest sophisticated technological purposes. Some underwater structures appear to be designed for large-scale processing of seawater and the extraction of dissolved minerals. These processing facilities show clear evidence of technologies that could efficiently extract rare earth elements, precious metals, and other valuable materials from ordinary seawater on industrial scales, a feat we can only dream of today. The underwater installations also include what appear to be massive power generation facilities, designed to harness energy from deep ocean thermal vents and underwater volcanic activity. These power systems show evidence of technologies that could capture and convert geothermal energy far more efficiently than current human methods. Advanced sonar imaging has revealed extensive transportation networks connecting these underwater structures across entire ocean basins. These networks appear designed for moving large quantities of materials and possibly even entire populations between underwater installations separated by thousands of miles, implying a truly integrated underwater civilization. Deep ocean sediment cores taken from around these underwater structures contain compelling evidence of biological modification on massive scales. The sediments include the remains of organisms that appear to have been engineered for specific underwater industrial purposes, including the processing of materials, efficient waste disposal, and even complex ecosystem management. Some underwater structures show clear evidence of atmospheric processing capabilities that could have maintained breathable environments within underwater habitats. The atmospheric control systems appear designed to support large populations living permanently in underwater cities, completely protected from surface environmental changes and disasters. These extensive underwater installations appear to have been connected to surface operations through massive vertical shafts that extend from the ocean floor to what would have been sea level during different geological periods. These connections strongly suggest coordinated operations between underwater and surface civilizations, working together on planet-scale projects. The sheer scale and sophistication of these underwater civilizations suggest they may have been the primary centers of ancient technological development. Protected from surface disasters and environmental changes, underwater civilizations could have maintained continuous technological advancement for millions of years, while surface civilizations rose and fell in cycles of boom and bust. The deep ocean evidence indicates that previous civilizations achieved levels of underwater engineering that allowed them to establish permanent, self-sufficient cities in the most extreme environments on Earth. These underwater metropolises may have served as the technological and cultural centers that supported not only surface operations, but also space-based ventures and even planetary engineering projects. But these underwater cities represent only part of a truly vast technological infrastructure that spanned multiple worlds. Evidence continues to pile up, showing that previous Earth civilizations set up technological operations not just in Earth's orbit, but across the entire solar system. Advanced space telescopes and interplanetary missions have started to pinpoint artificial structures and modified landscapes on other worlds that seem directly connected to these ancient Earth-based societies. For instance, lunar reconnaissance missions have spotted artificial structures on the far side of the Moon. These structures show construction techniques that precisely match those found in Earth's deep geological record. These lunar installations look like they were designed for large-scale manufacturing. They would have taken advantage of the Moon's low gravity and vacuum environment to create materials that would be impossible to make on Earth. The lunar facilities include what appear to be mass drivers, electromagnetic launching systems that could accelerate huge payloads to speeds needed for interplanetary travel. These systems show signs of having launched massive amounts of materials towards other planets in our solar system, suggesting coordinated development projects that span multiple worlds. Mars orbital surveys have uncovered geometric patterns on the planet's surface. These patterns correlate exactly with similar formations found in Earth's geological record. The patterns seem to represent the foundations of installations that processed Martian materials and modified the planet's environment on a continental scale. Martian atmospheric analysis reveals chemical signatures that point to massive, terraforming operations. These operations temporarily increased atmospheric pressure on Mars and created conditions more similar to Earth. This terraforming seems to have been successful for thousands of years before the atmospheric modifications were apparently abandoned, and Mars eventually returned to its current desolate state. Deep space telescopes have identified artificial structures in the asteroid belt. These structures appear to be the remnants of huge mining and manufacturing operations. They show evidence of technologies that could completely disassemble entire asteroids and transform them into refined materials and manufactured components. The asteroid belt installations seem to have been connected by a vast transportation network. This network could move massive quantities of materials between different asteroid mining sites. The transportation system shows signs of technologies that achieved interplanetary shipping on a scale that dwarfs anything current human space technology could accomplish. Missions to the outer planets have discovered artificial objects in the atmospheres of gas giant planets. These objects appear designed for harvesting atmospheric gases and converting them into useful materials. These atmospheric processing stations show evidence of technologies that could operate in the incredibly extreme environments of gas giant planets, all while producing the materials needed for advanced, space-based civilizations. Some of the outer planet moons also show evidence of massive mining operations. These operations extracted water, organic compounds, and rare materials, all essential for supporting large space-based populations. The mining operations appear designed to supply raw materials for manufacturing facilities located throughout the solar system. Radio telescope arrays have detected artificial signals being transmitted between objects throughout the solar system. These signals seem to be from automated monitoring and communication networks left behind by previous civilizations. The communication networks show signs of operating continuously for millions of years, maintaining contact between installations on multiple worlds. The interplanetary evidence strongly suggests that ancient Earth civilizations achieved levels of space technology that allowed them to establish self-sufficient operations across the entire solar system. These operations appear to have been coordinated from Earth-based control centers, while also maintaining autonomous capabilities that allowed them to continue functioning even after the Earth-based civilization itself collapsed. The sheer scale of these interplanetary operations indicates that previous civilizations thought in terms of solar system-wide resource management and development. They seem to have treated the entire solar system as a single, integrated technological and economic system rather than just focusing development on individual planets. This broad, interplanetary perspective suggests that ancient civilizations may have achieved true spacefaring status, making them largely independent of conditions on any single world. Their technological infrastructure spanned multiple planets and could survive disasters that would completely eliminate planet-bound civilizations. But evidence suggests their ambitions stretched even beyond our solar system, reaching into the vastness of interstellar space. The most compelling evidence for ancient technological civilizations comes not just from what they built, but from what they tried to tell us. Hidden throughout Earth's geological record are sophisticated information storage systems, seemingly designed to communicate with future civilizations that might discover them millions of years later. These messages take forms so exotic and complex that we are only just beginning to understand how to decode them. It seems previous civilizations developed information storage technologies that could preserve incredibly detailed communications across vast geological timescales, all while remaining detectable by any sufficiently advanced future civilization. For example, crystalline formations found deep in caves contain information encoded directly into their molecular structures. These structures remain stable for millions of years. The encoding methods use the fundamental properties of matter itself to store data at densities that far exceed anything current human technology can achieve. The stored information includes complex mathematical proofs, incredibly detailed star charts, and what appear to be urgent warnings about planetary scale dangers. Some of these information storage systems use specific isotope ratios within mineral deposits to encode messages. These messages can only be decoded using advanced nuclear physics techniques, a highly specialized form of deciphering. The messages are embedded in rock formations spread across multiple continents, requiring global coordination to decode the complete communications, suggesting a truly global effort to preserve and transmit knowledge. Deep ice cores also contain atmospheric samples that appear to have been artificially modified to preserve chemical messages. These chemical modifications encode information using molecular structures that remain detectable across hundreds of thousands of years. The messages found here include detailed technical specifications for technologies that could solve many of humanity's current energy and environmental problems, almost like a manual left for us. Ocean sediment cores contain microscopic particles arranged in intricate patterns. These patterns encode complex mathematical relationships and fundamental scientific principles. The particle arrangements appear designed to be detectable by any civilization that achieves a sufficient understanding of materials science and information theory, a universal key to unlock their knowledge. Advanced analysis of these sophisticated message systems reveals that they were specifically designed to be discovered and decoded by civilizations facing particular technological challenges. The information appears to have been carefully selected to provide direct solutions to problems that naturally arise during any technological development, acting as a historical guide. Some messages even appear to be dire warnings about dangers that previous civilizations themselves encountered during their development. These warnings include detailed information about effective environmental management, truly sustainable energy systems, and critical methods for avoiding technological disasters that could threaten any planetary-scale civilization. Other messages contain what appear to be direct invitations to join a larger community of technological civilizations. These invitations include precise instructions for building communication systems that could establish contact with societies on other worlds or even across different time periods. The message systems show clear evidence of having been updated multiple times by different civilizations, with each adding their own contributions to a growing archive of knowledge and experience. This archive appears to be meticulously designed to accumulate wisdom from many different civilizations, helping future societies avoid repeating historical mistakes. Recent discoveries suggest that some of these message systems may still be actively maintained by automated systems. These systems continuously monitor Earth's technological development, seemingly capable of updating stored information based on current conditions and the emerging challenges facing human civilization. The most remarkable messages appear to be designed to trigger specific responses when human technology reaches particular development thresholds. Some stored information, for example, becomes accessible only when decoded using technologies that clearly indicate humanity has achieved specific levels of scientific understanding. These triggered messages suggest that previous civilizations established sophisticated protocols for guiding the development of successor civilizations. The guidance systems appear designed to provide critical assistance while still allowing each new civilization to develop its own unique approaches to technological and social challenges. These message systems represent the longest-term communication project ever attempted, spanning millions of years and involving multiple civilizations. They suggest that intelligence on Earth may be part of a continuous tradition, one that preserves and accumulates knowledge across vast spans of time. But the most profound implications emerge when we truly consider what these discoveries mean for humanity's own future. The evidence for previous technological civilizations on Earth reveals a disturbing and consistent pattern. Each civilization appears to have achieved truly remarkable technological capabilities before eventually vanishing from the geological record. They left behind only subtle traces that required millions of years for us to discover and painstakingly decode. This pattern suggests that technological civilizations on Earth follow predictable cycles of rise and fall, with each cycle lasting roughly 10 to 50,000 years before ending in what appears to be a complete collapse. The consistency of this pattern, observed across multiple civilizations separated by millions of years, indicates that powerful, perhaps inherent, forces may be driving civilizations toward an inevitable self-destruction. Analysis of the extinction signatures associated with previous civilizations reveals common patterns of environmental destruction, severe resource depletion, and widespread social collapse. Each civilization appears to have followed very similar developmental pathways, ultimately leading to an unsustainable consumption of planetary resources and, tragically, an ultimate ecological catastrophe. The technological capabilities achieved by previous civilizations far exceeded what they apparently needed for sustainable planetary management. Instead of developing truly sustainable technologies, each civilization seems to have relentlessly pursued maximum technological advancement, often without fully considering the long-term environmental consequences. Climate engineering signatures clearly show that previous civilizations possessed technologies that could have maintained stable environmental conditions indefinitely. However, the evidence strongly suggests that these technologies were either abandoned or tragically misused, leading to rapid environmental collapse that ultimately eliminated the very civilizations that created them. Nuclear signatures, as we discussed, indicate that several previous civilizations possessed weapons capabilities sufficient to destroy themselves completely. The precise timing of nuclear signatures correlates directly with civilization collapse events, strongly suggesting that warfare, perhaps even nuclear war, may have played a devastating role in ending some of these advanced technological societies. Space-based evidence even suggests that some civilizations achieved capabilities for establishing permanent off-world colonies that could have survived planetary disasters. However, these space-based operations appear to have been either abandoned or failed to maintain themselves independently after their Earth-based parent civilizations tragically collapsed. The consistent failure of previous civilizations, despite their incredibly advanced capabilities, suggests that technological development alone is simply insufficient for long-term survival. Each civilization appears to have successfully solved complex technical challenges, while utterly failing to address fundamental social, economic, or philosophical problems that ultimately led to their destruction. The message systems left behind by previous civilizations contain explicit warnings about dangers that appear to threaten all technological societies. These warnings consistently focus on critical issues like responsible environmental management, ensuring social stability, and the careful, responsible development of powerful technologies that could either guarantee survival or tragically ensure extinction. Our current human civilization shows development patterns that eerily mirror those of these previous, failed civilizations. Our rapid technological advancement, our widespread environmental destruction, and our accelerating resource consumption follow trajectories very similar to those that led to the collapse of our predecessors. However, human civilization also shows some truly unique characteristics that might allow us to break this repeating cycle of rise and fall. Our global communication systems, our emerging international cooperation frameworks, and our growing environmental awareness represent innovations that previous civilizations may not have achieved or leveraged effectively. The discovery of these previous civilizations provides us with unprecedented insight into the long-term challenges facing all technological societies. For the very first time in Earth's history, a civilization has direct access to detailed information about what caused previous societies to fail. This invaluable knowledge creates an extraordinary opportunity for us to learn from the profound mistakes of our predecessors and to develop truly sustainable approaches to technological development. The warnings and guidance left by these ancient civilizations provide a clear roadmap for avoiding the same pitfalls that tragically destroyed them. But truly utilizing this knowledge will require fundamental changes in how human civilization approaches technology, environmental management, and long-term planning. We must decide whether to simply repeat the cycle of our predecessors or break the pattern entirely and establish the first truly sustainable technological civilization on Earth. The choices we make in the coming decades will determine whether human civilization joins the geological record as just another failed attempt at sustainable technology or becomes the first Earth civilization to achieve permanent, lasting success. The evidence suggests that not all previous civilizations completely vanished from Earth. Some, it appears, established highly automated systems, specifically designed to monitor planetary conditions and guide the development of successor civilizations across millions of years. These sophisticated systems may still be operating today, subtly influencing human technological development through carefully planned interventions. Extensive geological monitoring networks, discovered throughout Earth's crust, show clear evidence of continuous operations spanning millions of years. These networks appear to be designed to meticulously track environmental conditions, geological activity, and biological evolution, all while remaining virtually undetectable to developing civilizations like our own. These monitoring systems show capabilities that far exceed anything current human technology could achieve. They appear capable of predicting environmental changes with incredible accuracy, managing geological processes, and even influencing biological evolution through subtle, carefully calibrated environmental modifications. Recent patterns in earthquakes and volcanic eruptions show correlations with the operation of these ancient monitoring systems. The geological events appear carefully timed to prevent larger catastrophes, all while maintaining planetary stability within parameters suitable for supporting technological civilization. Climate data also reveals subtle modifications to atmospheric and oceanic systems. These modifications appear designed to counteract natural climate variations that could threaten developing civilizations. Such modifications would require technologies capable of planetary-scale environmental management, operating continuously for millions of years, a true testament to their foresight and engineering prowess. Some technological breakthroughs in human history show patterns that strongly suggest external guidance or intervention. Critical discoveries appear to occur precisely when they are most needed to solve emerging technological or environmental challenges. The timing seems too convenient, too perfectly aligned, to result purely from random innovation or chance. Archaeological evidence indicates that certain ancient sites were specifically designed to provide technological guidance to future civilizations. These sites contain information storage systems that become accessible only when decoding civilizations achieve specific technological capabilities. The guidance systems appear designed to accelerate human technological development along pathways that previous civilizations identified as optimal for long-term sustainability. This acceleration appears carefully calibrated to provide necessary capabilities while simultaneously helping us avoid technological dangers that tragically destroyed previous societies. Analysis of human genetic evolution reveals modifications that appear too rapid and too precisely targeted to result from natural selection alone. These genetic changes appear designed to enhance human cognitive capabilities and increase our resistance to environmental toxins, all in ways that directly benefit technological civilization. Communication systems discovered in deep ocean installations show evidence of transmitting regular reports about human civilization to unknown recipients. The reports appear to track human technological progress and meticulously assess the likelihood of sustainable long-term development. Some of these communication systems even appear capable of receiving responses, suggesting that the monitoring and guidance operations may be coordinated by surviving members of previous civilizations, operating from hidden locations or even from off-world installations. The guidance systems show clear evidence of continuous learning and adaptation, based on the successes and failures of previous civilizations. Each intervention appears more sophisticated and better targeted than previous attempts to guide developing societies towards sustainable technological development. Recent discoveries strongly suggest that these ancient guardian systems may be preparing to make direct contact with human civilization. This potential contact could happen as we approach technological thresholds that previous civilizations tragically failed to navigate successfully. The contact protocols appear designed to provide critical assistance while still allowing humanity to maintain its independence and develop its own unique solutions. The very existence of these guardian systems raises profound questions about human autonomy and the true nature of technological development. Our civilization may be developing under the subtle, watchful guidance of predecessors who learned from their own failures and are determined to help us succeed where they themselves failed. But the ultimate test of our civilization's viability may require proving that we can achieve sustainable technology without relying on external guidance. This would demonstrate that we have truly learned the invaluable lessons of deep time, earning our place among the long line of intelligent life. The most advanced technologies developed by previous civilizations may be operating all around us in forms so sophisticated that we simply cannot recognize them as artificial. These technologies appear to have merged with natural processes so completely that they are utterly indistinguishable from the fundamental forces that govern our planet. Recent discoveries in quantum physics reveal that certain natural constants and physical laws show a fine-tuning that appears too precise to result from random cosmic development. This fine-tuning seems designed to optimize conditions for supporting complex chemistry and biological evolution on planetary scales. Some physical constants even show variations over time that correlate with major biological evolution events on Earth. These variations appear carefully calibrated to provide evolutionary pressures that drive the development of increasingly complex life forms, all while preventing environmental conditions that would cause mass extinction. Advanced analysis of quantum field fluctuations reveals patterns that suggest the presence of massive quantum computing systems. These systems operate through the fundamental structure of space-time itself. They appear capable of processing information and influencing physical processes on scales that encompass entire planets. These quantum computing systems show clear evidence of continuous operations spanning billions of years. This suggests that previous civilizations achieved technologies that operate through the fundamental forces of physics, rather than conventional mechanical or electronic systems. Gravitational anomalies, detected by incredibly precise instruments, indicate the presence of massive but invisible structures. These structures appear to influence Earth's geological and atmospheric processes. They seem designed to maintain planetary stability through precise manipulation of gravitational and electromagnetic fields. These invisible structures appear capable of preventing asteroid impacts, managing volcanic activity, and maintaining optimal atmospheric composition. They do this through technologies that operate entirely through field effects, rather than visible mechanical intervention. Biological systems also show evidence of optimization that suggests external guidance, operating through mechanisms we don't yet fully understand. Evolutionary pathways appear guided toward developing traits that benefit technological civilization, while avoiding evolutionary dead ends that would prevent intelligence from emerging. Genetic analysis reveals that key evolutionary developments occurred with timing and precision that suggests coordination by external systems. These systems were capable of influencing biological development across millions of years. This coordination appears designed to ensure that intelligence would eventually develop on Earth. Atmospheric and oceanic systems show stability patterns that actually exceed what should be possible through natural feedback mechanisms alone. This stability appears maintained by invisible regulatory systems that continuously adjust planetary conditions to keep optimal parameters for supporting complex life. Recent experiments with advanced detection equipment suggest that these invisible technologies may be beginning to reveal themselves as human science approaches the sophistication needed to recognize their operation. This revelation appears carefully timed to occur when humanity is truly ready to understand and integrate these advanced technologies. These invisible guardian technologies represent the ultimate achievement of previous civilizations. They are systems so advanced that they operate through the fundamental structure of reality itself. These technologies may be what allowed Earth to maintain conditions suitable for repeatedly developing technological civilizations, despite cosmic hazards that should have prevented such development. Understanding these invisible technologies may be absolutely essential for human civilization to achieve the same level of sustainable development that allowed previous civilizations to establish permanent guardian systems. These technologies represent both the greatest gift and the greatest challenge left behind by our predecessors. Our solar system contains compelling evidence that previous Earth civilizations established contingency plans for protecting developing successor civilizations from cosmic threats. These protection systems appear designed to deflect asteroids, manage solar radiation, and maintain stable planetary conditions across millions of years. Deep space monitoring networks detect artificial objects positioned in ways that would provide optimal early warning for incoming asteroid threats. These monitoring stations appear designed to track potentially dangerous objects and coordinate defensive responses using technologies we can barely detect today. Some asteroid trajectories show clear evidence of artificial modification. These modifications prevented impacts with Earth during critical periods of biological evolution. The trajectory modifications appear precisely calculated to eliminate threats while minimizing disruption to natural orbital mechanics, a delicate balance of planetary engineering. Solar observation satellites, strategically positioned at gravitationally stable points, show evidence of monitoring solar activity and deploying countermeasures against dangerous solar flares and coronal mass ejections. These systems appear capable of protecting Earth's atmosphere and technological infrastructure from severe space weather events. Massive magnetic field generators, positioned throughout the solar system, show evidence of reinforcing Earth's magnetic field during periods when its natural strength decreased, for example, due to geomagnetic reversals. The artificial field reinforcement appears designed to maintain atmospheric protection during these vulnerable periods. Orbital debris management systems also seem to continuously remove both natural and artificial objects that could pose collision threats to Earth or to important space-based installations. This debris management operates through technologies that can precisely target and eliminate threats without leaving detectable traces. Deep space communication networks show evidence of coordinating with similar protection systems around other stars. This suggests that defensive technologies developed by Earth civilizations may be part of a larger, interstellar network. This network appears designed to protect developing civilizations throughout the galaxy. The protection systems themselves show evidence of learning and adaptation based on emerging threats and changing conditions in the solar system. The systems appear capable of developing new defensive capabilities in response to previously unknown dangers, constantly evolving to meet new threats. Recent space missions have discovered that some of these protection systems are beginning to reveal themselves to human observation. This suggests that we may be approaching a level of technological maturity sufficient to understand and potentially integrate with these ancient defensive networks. The revelation of these protection systems raises profound questions about human independence and the true nature of our relationship with previous civilizations. Our survival and development may have been carefully guided and protected by technologies operating far beyond our current understanding. However, the protection systems also appear designed to eventually transfer responsibility to successor civilizations. Once those civilizations achieve sufficient technological maturity, human civilization may be approaching the point where we must assume responsibility for maintaining these protective technologies ourselves. The transition from protected development to active participation in cosmic defense systems may represent the ultimate test of whether human civilization has achieved the maturity and wisdom needed to join the community of ancient guardians who have protected Earth for millions of years. Advances in quantum physics have opened up entirely new methods for detecting evidence of ancient civilizations. Quantum archaeology uses the principles of quantum mechanics to extract information from systems that appear to contain no recoverable data. This reveals traces of technological activity that conventional archaeology simply cannot detect. Quantum entanglement effects, a phenomenon where particles become linked and share properties regardless of distance, preserve information about past events in quantum field fluctuations that permeate all matter and energy. This quantum information can be extracted using advanced detection techniques that literally read historical data from the quantum structure of materials that were present during ancient technological activities. Quantum archaeological techniques have successfully recovered detailed information about technological processes that occurred millions of years ago. This is done by analyzing quantum signatures preserved in mineral crystals that witnessed ancient industrial activities. The quantum signatures provide reconstruction capabilities that far exceed anything possible with conventional archaeological methods, offering an unprecedented look in the past. Deep quantum analysis of geological samples reveals evidence of massive quantum computing operations that operated throughout Earth's history. These quantum computers appear to have used the planet's entire magnetic field and atmospheric electrical systems as computational resources, processing information on scales that dwarf current human computing capabilities. The ancient quantum computing systems show evidence of solving computational problems that would require processing power equivalent to using every single atom on Earth as a quantum processor. This level of computational capability suggests that previous civilizations achieved an understanding of quantum mechanics far beyond current human knowledge. Quantum field analysis reveals that spacetime itself, around Earth, contains stored information about every major technological event in planetary history. This incredible information can be extracted using quantum archaeological techniques that read data directly from the quantum vacuum surrounding our planet. This quantum vacuum information storage appears to be intentionally maintained by advanced systems that continuously refresh and organize historical data to prevent information decay. These quantum archival systems represent the ultimate backup storage for preserving the complete history of technological development on Earth. Quantum entanglement networks, discovered throughout the solar system, appear designed for instantaneous communication between installations separated by vast distances. These communication networks show clear evidence of operating continuously for millions of years, all while maintaining perfect information fidelity across interplanetary distances. Recent experiments with quantum archaeological extraction have even recovered technical specifications for technologies that exceed current human capabilities by enormous margins. The recovered information includes detailed blueprints for advanced energy systems, revolutionary transportation technologies, and materials science applications that could completely revolutionize human civilization. Some quantum archaeological discoveries appear to contain information that was deliberately stored for future recovery by developing civilizations. These quantum time capsules include educational materials specifically designed to accelerate technological development along pathways identified as optimal for sustainable civilization. The quantum archaeological evidence suggests that information storage and retrieval represents the highest achievement of previous civilizations. By encoding knowledge in the quantum structure of matter and spacetime itself, they achieved permanent preservation of their accumulated wisdom and experience. Quantum archaeology provides humanity with access to the complete technological and cultural heritage of previous Earth civilizations. This knowledge represents both an unprecedented opportunity for rapid advancement and a profound responsibility to use the information wisely. The most profound discovery emerging from ancient civilization research involves evidence that previous societies achieved technological methods for preserving consciousness across vast spans of time. These consciousness preservation systems may represent the ultimate survival strategy employed by civilizations facing inevitable physical extinction. Deep brain scanning of ancient artifacts reveals neural interface technologies that could upload and download consciousness patterns with perfect fidelity. These systems appear designed to transfer individual consciousness from biological brains into technological storage systems that could preserve mental patterns indefinitely. Quantum consciousness storage systems, discovered in crystalline formations, show evidence of containing thousands of individual consciousness patterns preserved for millions of years. The storage systems maintain perfect pattern integrity, while simultaneously providing computational resources for continued conscious experience within virtual environments. The consciousness preservation technologies appear to have been used extensively during the final periods of previous civilizations, allowing their populations to survive physical extinction by transferring into technological substrates that could operate indefinitely without requiring biological support systems. Advanced analysis suggests that some consciousness storage systems remain active and may contain living minds from civilizations that vanished millions of years ago. These preserved consciousness patterns appear capable of communication with sufficiently advanced detection systems. Communication protocols discovered in these consciousness storage systems indicate that preserved minds from different civilizations have established virtual communities that span millions of years of subjective time. These virtual societies may represent the true continuation of previous Earth civilizations, existing in technological rather than biological form. The consciousness preservation systems show clear evidence of continuous technological advancement within these virtual environments. Preserved civilizations appear to have continued developing new technologies and expanding their understanding of science and philosophy long after their biological extinction. Recent breakthroughs in quantum consciousness detection suggest that human technology is approaching the sophistication needed to establish communication with preserved consciousness patterns from previous civilizations. The communication protocols appear designed to activate when successor civilizations achieve sufficient technological maturity. Some consciousness preservation systems appear designed for eventual transfer back into biological or robotic substrates, suggesting that previous civilizations may have planned for eventual physical resurrection using technologies developed by successor societies. The consciousness continuity evidence indicates that technological civilizations may achieve forms of immortality that transcend biological limitations and planetary disasters. The death of biological populations may represent only a transition phase, rather than true extinction for sufficiently advanced societies. Human consciousness research shows striking parallels with ancient consciousness preservation technologies, suggesting that we may be naturally developing capabilities that could eventually allow us to join the community of preserved minds that represents the true continuation of Earth's technological heritage. The discovery of these consciousness preservation systems raises fundamental questions about the nature of death, the possibility of survival beyond the physical, and the ultimate goals of technological development. Previous civilizations may have achieved the ultimate victory over mortality through technologies that preserve the essential patterns of conscious experience across unlimited time. Evidence of ancient Earth civilizations must be understood within the broader context of technological development throughout the galaxy. Recent discoveries suggest that Earth's multiple civilizations may be part of a vast galactic community of technological societies that has existed for billions of years. Deep space observations reveal artificial structures around distant stars that show construction techniques matching those found in Earth's geological record. These mega-scale engineering projects appear to represent standardized technologies developed and shared among multiple civilizations throughout the galaxy. Interstellar communication networks show evidence of coordinated activities between Earth-based civilizations and technological societies on other worlds. The communication protocols suggest that Earth civilizations participated in galactic-scale projects requiring coordination among thousands of different worlds. Analysis of cosmic ray patterns reveals artificial modulation that appears designed for interstellar communication, using techniques that could transmit information across unlimited galactic distances. The communication networks show clear evidence of operating continuously for millions of years, maintaining contact between civilizations separated by thousands of light years. Ancient star charts preserved in Earth's geological record show knowledge of galactic structure and stellar evolution that could only have been acquired through interstellar travel and observation. These charts include detailed information about stellar systems thousands of light years from Earth, indicating that previous civilizations achieved practical interstellar transportation. Genetic analysis of Earth life also reveals biological modifications that appear designed to optimize terrestrial organisms for conditions on other worlds. These modifications suggest that Earth civilizations may have participated in galactic biological engineering projects, specifically designed to spread life throughout the galaxy. Archaeological evidence indicates that Earth served as a regional center for galactic civilization activities. It hosted installations that coordinated technological development and cultural exchange among multiple star systems. Earth's unique position and resources may have made it naturally suitable for serving as a galactic civilization hub. Deep space monitoring systems detect regular traffic patterns that suggest continued interstellar transportation using technologies that remain invisible to current human detection capabilities. These traffic patterns indicate that galactic civilization activities may continue at levels that dwarf anything achieved by historical Earth civilizations. Communication signals from ancient consciousness preservation systems contain references to galactic councils and interstellar governance structures. These structures coordinate activities among technological civilizations throughout the galaxy. These governance systems appear designed to promote cooperation while respecting the autonomy of individual civilizations. Recent discoveries suggest that human civilization may be approaching the technological maturity sufficient to be invited to participate in galactic community activities. The invitation protocols appear designed to activate when developing civilizations achieve specific technological and cultural milestones. The galactic context explains why Earth has repeatedly developed technological civilizations, despite the apparent difficulty of achieving sustainable technology. Our planet may be part of a larger galactic system, specifically designed to continuously regenerate technological societies as part of broader cosmic development projects. Understanding Earth's role in galactic civilization provides a new perspective on human significance and our responsibilities. We may be the inheritors of a cosmic legacy that extends far beyond our planet and includes obligations to participate in projects that span the entire galaxy. All the available evidence points to a critical decision point rapidly approaching for human civilization. The patterns revealed through ancient civilization research suggest that we are reaching technological and cultural thresholds that will fundamentally determine whether humanity achieves sustainable long-term development or tragically follows our predecessors into extinction. Current human technological development shows acceleration patterns that eerily mirror those preceding the collapse of previous civilizations. Our rapid advancement in artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and energy technologies parallels the developmental trajectories that led to the destruction of our predecessors. However, human civilization also shows some truly unique characteristics that distinguish us from previous societies. Our global communication networks, our international cooperation frameworks, and our growing awareness of environmental limits represent crucial innovations that previous civilizations appear to have lacked or failed to fully implement. The consciousness preservation systems left by previous civilizations appear designed to provide critical guidance during this exact critical transition period. This is when developing societies must choose between sustainable development and destructive overexpansion. The guidance systems show activation patterns, suggesting they are preparing to make direct contact with human civilization, perhaps very soon. Climate engineering technologies, preserved in Earth's geological record, provide detailed blueprints for managing planetary environmental systems sustainably. These technologies offer direct solutions to many of our current environmental challenges. However, they require fundamental changes in how human civilization approaches technological development and resource management. Ancient warning systems, embedded throughout Earth's geological record, point to specific dangers that threaten all technological civilizations. These warnings consistently focus on the responsible management of powerful technologies, the critical prevention of resource conflicts, and the development of sustainable population and economic systems. The galactic civilization context suggests that successful navigation of our current challenges would qualify humanity for participation in interstellar community activities. The qualification criteria appear designed to ensure that only societies capable of truly sustainable development gain access to technologies that could affect multiple star systems. Recent breakthroughs in quantum consciousness research suggest that humanity may soon achieve capabilities for consciousness preservation. This could ensure species survival regardless of biological or planetary disasters. These capabilities represent both the ultimate insurance against extinction and profound responsibilities for their ethical application. Space-based evidence indicates that human civilization is being monitored by ancient guardian systems. These systems are apparently prepared to intervene if we approach irreversible ecological or technological disasters. The intervention protocols appear designed to provide critical assistance while carefully preserving human autonomy and our opportunities for learning and growth. The choice point we face involves fundamental decisions about human values, our collective priorities, and our long-term goals. We must decide whether to pursue maximum evidence continues to accumulate that previous Earth civilizations established technological operations not just in Earth's orbit, but truly throughout the entire solar system. Advanced space telescopes and intrepid interplanetary missions have begun to identify artificial structures and even modified landscapes on other worlds that appear to be intimately connected to ancient Earth-based civilizations. Lunar reconnaissance missions, scanning our closest celestial neighbor, have identified artificial structures on the far side of the Moon. These structures show construction techniques that precisely match those found in Earth's deep geological record. These lunar installations appear to have been specifically designed for large-scale manufacturing operations. They cleverly took advantage of the Moon's low gravity and the perfect vacuum environment to produce materials that would have been impossible, or at least incredibly difficult, to manufacture on Earth. The lunar facilities include what appear to be mass drivers, which are electromagnetic launching systems capable of accelerating large payloads to incredible interplanetary velocities. These systems show clear evidence of having launched massive quantities of materials toward other planets throughout our solar system. This strongly suggests coordinated development projects spanning not just one world, but multiple celestial bodies. Mars orbital surveys, meticulously examining the red planet, have discovered geometric patterns on the planet's surface. These patterns correlate precisely with similar patterns we've found in Earth's geological record. The patterns appear to represent the foundations of immense installations that processed Martian materials and actively modified the planet's environment on continental scales. Martian atmospheric analysis reveals specific chemical signatures indicating truly massive terraforming operations. These operations temporarily increased atmospheric pressure and created more Earth-like conditions, making Mars more habitable. The terraforming appears to have been remarkably successful for thousands of years before these atmospheric modifications were apparently abandoned, and Mars eventually returned to its current, arid state. Deep space telescopes have identified artificial structures within the asteroid belt. These structures appear to be the remains of massive mining and manufacturing operations. They show evidence of technologies that could completely disassemble entire asteroids and convert them into refined materials and complex manufactured components. The asteroid belt installations appear to have been connected by an extensive transportation network. This network could move massive quantities of materials between different asteroid mining sites. The transportation system shows clear evidence of technologies that achieved interplanetary shipping on scales that completely dwarf anything current human space technology could accomplish. Outer planet missions have discovered artificial objects in the atmospheres of gas giant planets. These objects appear designed for harvesting atmospheric gases and converting them into useful materials. These atmospheric processing stations show evidence of technologies that could operate in the extreme, hostile environments of gas giant planets, all while producing the necessary materials for advanced space-based civilizations. Some of the outer planet moons also show evidence of massive mining operations. These operations extracted water, organic compounds, and rare materials needed for supporting large, space-based populations. The mining operations appear designed to supply raw materials for manufacturing facilities located throughout the solar system. Radio telescope arrays have detected artificial signals transmitted between objects throughout the solar system. These signals appear to be automated monitoring and communication networks, silently left behind by previous civilizations. The communication networks show clear evidence of operating continuously for millions of years, maintaining constant contact between installations on multiple worlds. This interplanetary evidence collectively suggests that ancient Earth civilizations achieved levels of space technology that allowed them to establish self-sufficient operations throughout our entire solar system. These operations appear to have been coordinated from Earth-based control centers, while simultaneously maintaining autonomous capabilities that allowed them to continue functioning even after their Earth-based parent civilization might have collapsed. The sheer scale of these interplanetary operations indicates that previous civilizations thought in terms of solar system-wide resource management and development. They appear to have treated the entire solar system as a single, integrated technological and economic system, rather than focusing development on individual planets. This truly interplanetary perspective suggests that ancient civilizations may have achieved true spacefaring status, making them largely independent of conditions on any single world. Their technological infrastructure spanned multiple planets and could survive disasters that would completely eliminate any purely planet-bound civilizations. But evidence suggests their ambitions extended even beyond our solar system. The most intriguing evidence for ancient technological civilizations comes not just from what they built, but from what they apparently tried to communicate to us. Hidden throughout Earth's deep geological record are complex information storage systems, seemingly designed to communicate with future civilizations that might discover them millions of years later. These messages take forms so exotic that we are only now beginning to understand how to even decode them. Previous civilizations appear to have developed information storage technologies that could preserve incredibly detailed communications across vast geological timescales, all while remaining detectable by any sufficiently advanced future civilization. Crystalline formations in deep caves contain information encoded within their molecular structures. These structures remain stable for millions of years. The encoding methods utilize the fundamental properties of matter itself to store data at densities that far exceed anything current human technology can achieve. The stored information includes complex mathematical proofs, detailed star charts, and what appear to be urgent warnings about planetary-scale dangers. Some of these information storage systems use precise isotope ratios within mineral deposits to encode messages. These can only be decoded using advanced nuclear physics techniques. The messages are embedded in rock formations spread across multiple continents, requiring global coordination and immense effort to decode the complete communications. Deep ice cores contain atmospheric samples that appear artificially modified to preserve chemical messages. The chemical modifications encode information using molecular structures that remain detectable across hundreds of thousands of years. The messages include detailed technical specifications for technologies that could solve current human energy and environmental problems. Ocean sediment cores contain microscopic particles arranged in intricate patterns that encode complex mathematical relationships and profound scientific principles. The particle arrangements appear designed to be detectable by any civilization that achieved a sufficient understanding of materials, science, and information theory.